So Noctilua's NHD15 and Sidesfuma Rev B, both of which have been covered on my channel, have proven to be a lot more efficient at combining thermal and noise performance than all-in-one liquid cooling solutions. Usually an AIO has to sacrifice one or the other, where air coolers can have a nice blend of both. Not only that, air coolers are a lot more reliable, as the only point of failure is the fans themselves. And they're usually cheaper, and they have the clearance to fit tall RAM modules underneath them. I mean, you really can't beat it. But Deepcool's new Castle 360EX has arrived with its new anti-leak proof technology and new pump technology to potentially compete with these coolers. Can it dethrone the NHD15 in terms of not only thermals, but also noise performance as well? Let's find out. What's up guys, my name is JD from JD Tech here, and welcome back to the channel where we discuss PC passion and more videos like this. So if you're into that sort of thing, consider checking out the rest of the channel and subscribing. The Castle 360EX has a lot packed into it. It has a redesigned 3-phase pump to increase flow and reduce noise. It has addressable RGBs on the pump itself. The fans are redesigned to maximize airflow efficiency to reduce noise production by adding a second layer to the fan. The logo inside the pump is customizable, and it features the leak-proof technology, all for about $160 US. Obviously, this is more expensive than NHD15, but more on that in a bit. First of all, this cooler looks fantastic. Say what you will about RGB, but the RGB is kept to a minimum, and the fans look great with a black on black aesthetic to keep it minimal. The logo is well implemented on the fans to keep it from looking like stickers. The pump is gorgeous with its smooth cascading river of colors, including the RGB ring on the outside of the pump. The wires are also kept to a minimum since the pump only needs one cable for the motor and one for the RGB control. The top of the pump can unscrew to reveal the logo, which can be rotated and placed however you prefer, and you can also buy an additional chip with your own custom logo to be printed onto it. I really like that idea. It's personable and it's a subtle element to the cooler just to give it your personal touch. The RGB worked flawlessly with my Gigabyte board for control, and it has support for all the other manufacturers as well, like MSI, ASRock, and ASUS. So Deepcool, of course, knocked it out of the park for looks and design. The new fans are redesigned for this cooler alone. As you can see towards the end of the blades, there is a second layer to better channel airflow to increase static pressure without having to increase fan speed. The leak-proof technology is also included, since a major point of failure could be a leak from an AIO. The accessories and mounting gear are standard for this cooler. You get a mounting kit with support for TR4, which is pretty nice, another logo chip in case you decide to put your own logo in the pump, a SATA-based RGB controller, and a fan splitter. Mounting the cooler is fairly straightforward and easy to do in my opinion. It's a little less tricky than the NHD15 since you don't have to work around a massive heatsink, but this process was easy. Now for the big question, performance. The performance is roughly the same. However, the Castle 360EX can be slightly louder since it has 3 fans compared to the NHD15's 2-fan configuration, although at idle temperatures and speeds, both coolers are virtually inaudible. This also includes the pump noise as well. I was honestly surprised by how quiet the pump is for this cooler. The fact that the AIO has more moving parts and is virtually the same in noise production is fairly impressive. And keep in mind, this is on an open test bench. This isn't inside an enclosed case, so chances are you're not going to hear either cooler with all the panels on. But overall, the NHD15 slightly edges it out in noise performance, but this test was conducting using the pre-applied thermal paste, so I redid the testing using the same NTH1 thermal paste I used for the NHD15 to get as much of an apples to apples comparison. And keep in mind, these stress tests went on for about an hour. This difference is usually minimal, however in this case it changed everything. The Castle ended up beating the NHD15 by 5.1 degrees Celsius, which is surprising to me since the previous test had them neck and neck. You might be asking why I'm only running this test against the NHD15. That's because it performs better than most AIOs at this point when talking about thermal and noise performance. So, is the NHD15 dethroned? In terms of raw thermal performance, yes. Still better in noise performance, however, but the difference is almost negligible when you have all your panels on your case. The NHD15 is significantly cheaper than the Castle 360EX, but the advantage advantage with the Castle is that you can see your motherboard and there's less stress on the motherboard as well, especially if you're traveling. If you don't care for looks and only price to performance, then the answer is easy. Go with the NHD 15 or even the Fuma Rev B from Scythe. If you want a fantastic looking cooler with great cooling performance with similar reliability and noise performance, go with the 360EX. It's a premium cooler for sure. However, if you're thinking about this cooler or curious about it, you might want to consider checking it out on Amazon Prime Day for a discount. So check it out in the link in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed this face-off. Let me know what your favorite cooler is and why it is. If you want to see more videos like this, consider checking out the rest of the channel and subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one.